Okay, I am going to take you into some emails and I don't know how to move this thing. There we go. I'm going to go into sent emails from me, obviously, to crestpm-mp at modpack, and then that's going to be my bookkeeping department. And we're going to just kind of review this last week and just see some different topics that we've gone over. Okay, I think we had left off. Let's go to this one here. Now this was an email from there's two sisters I have, Jan and Susan Mummery, and they each have a townhome on the same street, just in different names. And she said, Rob, I'm pretty sure that Jan will need help with her expenses on her townhouse as well. Would you be able to have the bookkeeper email them to her? Well, what that is that's year end um, stuff that every owner is going to start bothering you with around January, February. And that is the year end um, statements for their accountants and bookkeepers. So what I did was I just said, I just forwarded that. Anytime anybody wants any kind of information for bookkeeping and statements, I just forward that to the bookkeeping department. A lot of times I'll respond to the owner along with the bookkeeping department and just say, hey, yes, I'm going to forward this over to my bookkeepers. And then at that point, you can also say, just to let you know, for any other requests needed for any bookkeeping, you can just go to bookkeeping@crestpm.com and ask them directly. So I find that some people I have to say that to a lot. Sometimes it's just easier after a couple times to just forward it on. But anyway, let's see here. Here's another one. This was from, okay. All right. Now this was a billing statement. So what they did was they sent me the bill. Okay. Now there's a lot of times they send this to, they'll CC me along with maintenance and bookkeeping. But every bill that I get from a vendor, I'm just writing this note down, because I'm going to label what I've gone over. But every bill I get from a vendor, I forward on to bookkeeping, and I just say, I forward on to them like this. Oh, well, actually, I forward this, and I already did that. It's up here. And you put AP, that stands for accounts payable, regular, REG, the date that you're doing this. I just put 2.25.25. Whether or not it's an owner charge or a tenant charge, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be an owner charge. If we make a mistake on something like that, we can always fix it later. And then I just forward this on. But this is the most important part right here. This has to be in the subject line. And that keeps the bookkeepers organized. So that's good to know. That's real important because you're going to get those. You pretty much need to check the email every day for different things like this. Okay, vendor onboarding. Looks like this is an invoice. Okay. Now, I'm not exactly sure what this invoice is, but when we onboard a vendor, I'm going to go ahead and make a note. This is another topic, but if we add a vendor, let's say you meet somebody or somebody's referred to you, um, and you like their work. And like most recently, we just had a homeowner association that has a preferred plumbing company that they use. Well, I liked their work, and I thought, well, and that was what this was all about here, this easy company. Um, I thought, well, let's get them on as another vendor just in case, because you can never really have too many plumbers or HVAC companies, because sometimes if one's busy, then you've got somebody else to fall back on. And so what I do is I say, well, make sure to give me your W-9. So before we pay them at all, and like this one here, I had to give a credit card payment to, and they didn't have the credit card on file. So, um, so you want to make sure you get their W-9 before paying anybody, or make sure also that the bookkeeping has received it before ever paying anybody. I always make sure that that I get a copy of the W-9 as well as the bookkeeping department. The bookkeepers will put that W-9 and any certificates of insurance for that vendor in the portal, but I always want something on the side because it's so important. I get in big trouble with the IRS financially if we don't have that W-9. I've probably drilled down on that many times already. But yeah, they can charge us like 30% of that bill, whatever we pay, if we don't have that W-9 signed prior to paying them. It's very important to have that. So, with that said, I am going to take a look here where we're at. I am not seeing my Dubb video being played. Oh, here it is. It's up here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop this particular video just because it is getting up to about where I want it to be. I don't want to bore you after too long. So thanks for listening, and I'll keep you posted.